Dobrý večer, milí diváci. Good evening and welcome to Voice of Slovakia. Due to the restructuring of Shock Cable schedule, tonight is our second last show to be televised. As we told you last week, here are some explanations and background to our program. It is my pleasure to welcome Mr. Jozef Kiska, producer of Voice of Slovakia.
Thank you very much, Giselle. We are sitting here tonight, and I never thought it will be such a sad occasion. Like when I learned last week about the proposal from Shock Cable, it was a shock to me because I didn't expect it, especially after 10 years of this kind of work, and I think we came a long way.
We certainly did. Going back 10 years, the program evolved a lot, changed a lot, but you were there all the time as a back pillar of the program. Could you tell us what was in the program and what Shock Cable is expecting of us, if you should redo the program differently, or what's intake?
Well, when I look back, actually I have to say that wasn't just me, actually it was you who did the first program, and I guess I just stepped later, but you know, looking back, on beginning we had hardly any programming in our hands, and we tried to we improvised and so on. We had a lot of talk shows, and with the falling of the communism in Eastern Europe, we got easier access to Slovakia and to Slovak television, so we was able to obtain more programming which shows Slovakia to our audience, and I think that gave us our program a special flavor, because the people was very much interested on beginning of the revolution in the fresh news which was providing, and secondly, after everything sort of severed down, they was interested what's going on and how they are evolving and so on. So when we had all this kind of programming for them, and in the end it was in English, so actually I think we reached quite a wide audience, not just Slovak people, but I was told and I was phoned from some quite different people from different backgrounds that they was watching our program and they liked it.
Yeah, I know that people always talked about the programs, the videos that you obtained, informational programs about the culture and about life in Slovakia. However, I do understand from what Shock Cable is telling us now that they don't want any programming from any other countries. They want the producers to produce programming here, and I think this is something to talk about. But as you and I talked before, it's quite a chore to do.
Well, yes, you are right. Like I said, in my opinion, the biggest draw of our program were these videos, and that doesn't mean to say that we was just talking about Slovakia. We did quite a bit of programming about the people in Winnipeg, in Canada. We did programming about Slovak pioneers. Actually, last year we did 40 minutes with Charles Dobias, the violinist from Winnipeg Symphony Orchestra. He will be here after me. So, you know, nobody can tell us that we didn't really do the community work. And beside on our program, on every program, I would say, we had announcements for the community. We had birthday greetings and anniversary greetings.
That's right.
And I think it was very much liked by the community. On the other hand, what the Shock Cable wants to do now, they want to completely get away from these foreign videos, which I might understand to their point. But what they want us to do, they want us to prepare 13 programs in 13 weeks. And these programs are supposed to be done not in, well, not, I wouldn't say completely in studio, but they're supposed to be done on locations. So nobody really can tell me that, you know, you have to do on the voluntary basis, like a program like that you can do 13 programs in 13 weeks. You are in television, in professional television, and you probably appreciate the timetable.
Oh, definitely, definitely. And you need a lot more people than just yourself and maybe a couple of other people. And also you need a lot of material. So I know you're still thinking, and you're not completely closing the doors, but for now I think we have to stress the fact that this is our second last program, because the way we know and knew Voice of Slovakia, this is ending, this era is ending.
Yes, Giselle, you're right. Like this type of program, what you see tonight and what you will see before Christmas, it's last of this kind, because even if we decide to continue, it won't be same.
That's right.
I would say in any case, we are supposed to take the break from December to April, and that gives us a time to find out if we're going to continue that is new kind of programming, which in my opinion probably won't be watched as much as this one. And secondly, the other drawback to that is that there will be no permanent schedule to it. It will be shown sporadically through the whole year. So, you know, you would have to be almost watching the cable show every day in order to find out if there is a program of Voice of Slovakia.
Yeah, that is definitely a big drawback when you don't know when to expect a program on air. Thank you very much, Joe.
Yes, you're welcome, Giselle. And in the closing, I would like to just make a little appeal to our viewers. I'm not saying that, you know, like we are upset or we are mad. I would like to thanks to Shah Cable and to staff, especially my grant, for all these years of helping our community. And also to you viewers, like, who think that you are not satisfied with this decision, maybe you could try to write the letters of complaints to Shah Cable.
Yes,
thank you.
Thank you. That was the overture to Figaro from Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart as it was played in Bratislava this past summer. Dear friends, I would like to welcome to our studio Mr. Charles Dobias, who has recently returned from Slovakia, where he accomplished two very important things. One, he gave a concert in his home place in Klatova Nova Ves, thus fulfilling his long dream, and the second was the establishing of first national violin competition in his name. Mr. Dobias, first of all, welcome back in Winnipeg. What was it like to be back home? What did you bring with us?
It was wonderful. You mean back home in Slovakia?
Yes, back home in Slovakia.
Well, that's where I really feel at home. It was terrific, and I'm very comfortable there, and of course it helps that I speak Slovak. And of course for me it was a thrill to hear what kind of talent we have there. This was sort of a test run. The first competition was a national one, strictly for Slovak violinists only, up to age 22. And I wanted to find out myself just how good they were before they meet world competition. And I was absolutely stunned. They have playing of the highest standard. I was so amazed. There's so many excellent violinists that I was pleasantly surprised. And after I heard them, and I heard them in concert, some as young as 16, the oldest one was 20, playing Sibelius Violin Concerto magnificently. I have no qualms or no fears about now going international, because I know that the Slovak violinists, as many other musicians in Slovakia, the standard is so high, we can meet world competition, no problem.
Yeah.
No problem.
And that brings us to the next year. In next year, actually, you are opening the competition internationally?
When I saw what happened there and how good they were, I immediately started a process to set up an international violin competition. We will be sending out invitations all over the world. One of the reasons being that I want people all over the world to know more about Slovakia, because unfortunately, I have to be honest and tell you that we don't sell ourselves very well. With all the talent there is, with all the culture and art, we have so many excellent orchestras. We have the best symphonic choir in the world. We have two excellent chamber orchestras, the Slovak Chamber Orchestra, rated one of the best in the world, as well as the Kapela Istropolitana. But unfortunately, we don't know how to sell it. And so I started a campaign to establish what we have in one of the best magazines in the United States called Musical America. They list everything. Everything that we have there is listed in that book, because when I saw it at first, we had very little there. Now I'm starting a campaign for the British Year book as well. We already appeared in Strad magazine.
Wonderful.
And we will be appearing again in January to feature the ones that won the prizes. And so I'm really looking forward. Our next competition will be in September. But of course, as everywhere else in the world, we have financial problems. There's less money for everything. So now I'm in the process of trying to raise more money so that we don't have any financial problems. We're about halfway there.
That's right.
Yesterday I got a wonderful surprise. Mrs. Marina Kuhn of Vatova, who is the wife of Jozef Kuhn, the great violin maker from Košice, pledged $5,000.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And that brought a smile to my face.
That's
I hope
really
that
great.
maybe there will be a few more angels like that in Canada, because then we can go ahead and show the world that we don't have to take second place to anybody.
So Slovakia actually has quite a music scene. You were telling me how many orchestras do we support?
Well, when you consider that Bratislava is no bigger than Winnipeg, it's incredible. We have 3 major orchestras. The Slovak Philharmonic has 128 members. Our Winnipeg Symphony Orchestra nucleus is only 67. That's almost twice as big. Then there's the Rozhlas, the Television Radio Symphony Orchestra, of at least 100 people. And also we have the Orchestra of the Národné divadlo, National Theater for Opera and Ballet. So just think of it, 3 major orchestras in one city, performances going on constantly. Then we have the Bratislava musical festivities for 2.5 weeks, which are sold out completely. People come from Germany and Austria and all around surrounding countries, Poland, Hungary. And then of course we have quartets, trios. the music making in Bratislava is probably as good as any city in the world, considering the number of people, ratio of population. I think we're the best off. And I was stunned with the standards of all the musicians, not only violinists, but excellent pianists, singers. The singers are phenomenal. As I said, the symphony choir has to be one of the best in the world, because I heard the first concert of the festival was the Mahler 8th Symphony, and there were 300 singers on a stage, plus our big orchestra. It was incredible. And a beautiful hall. We have such beautiful halls there, not as big as in Canada, but the architecture, and it's just magnificent. And the acoustics in all of them are superb, not hit and miss. They're all wonderful. So I'm so excited about going back to Bratislava and to Slovakia. And also, my biggest thrill of all was to play in this church in my village where I was born. Finally, I played there, but what was the biggest surprise and the thrill of my life, that the president of Slovakia, Michal Kovač, and his first lady, Emilia, came to this concert from Bratislava, over 350 miles. I was stunned. I mean, it's wonderful. An experience of my life, and probably the highlight of my life. So I know I'm on the right road in Slovakia. I feel very much at home there, and actually I'm very lonely for it right now. I would like to be there for Christmas, because I've made so many good friends, and so it's like family. It's like family. It's wonderful. Yeah, that's right. Well, actually, we are fortunate because we have two homes where we could go to right now, and that's wonderful. You are now preparing, so you're here fundraising, preparing and publicizing your fundraising and practicing, because when I get back, I'm going to do my first full-fledged recital in Bratislava. I played in Czechoslovakia a number of times, but never a recital in Bratislava. And I will also perform with the winners of my national competition. I will play with the concertmaster of the Bratislava Symphony, Evald Daniel, who's an excellent violinist and musician. We will play Bach's double violin concerto. So there's another thrill. 2 more concerts.
That's wonderful.
I already have a manager, so now I intend to play in all these cities in eastern Slovakia, like Košice, Michalovce, Prešov, and Banská Bystrica. And I want to see the country, and I want to see what else is happening in music in our country. And everywhere I'm going, I'm stunned constantly and pleasantly surprised. It's fantastic.
Now tell us, how can people in Canada help you?
Well,
our countrymen, especially.
The help, of course, is the dollar bill. And if anybody out there is interested to help out, then of course I would welcome any help. We would send them receipts, official receipts from the charitable foundation they already established in my name, and of course we would list their names in the programs officially, and they would get a receipt. But I don't know where they can send the money. To me personally, in Winnipeg, I live at 2414 160 Hargrave, R3C 3H3. So if anybody wants to, I would welcome any help I can get.
Well, I hope that you're going to get a lot of response, and thank you very much for joining your feelings with you.
My pleasure, and I hope that this program continues further, because I think that it's a medium to keep the Slovak community together. I hope that it comes back soon, and I want to express my thanks to Jozef Kiska for starting this program and doing it for so long, and he has great contacts in Slovakia. He's already helping me to meet people on television and radio. So I think this man deserves a lot of credit in our community.
I agree.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Toto boli zábery z najznámejšieho každoročného festivalu ľudového folklóru vo Východnej. Milí diváci, tak ako máte radi ľudovú hudbu, tak ste nám vždy hovorili, že ďalším vašim obľúbeným programom boli výňatky z programu Repete. A teraz by sme vám chceli priniesť pieseň z tohto programu.
Bolo to správne slovo. Rozchod. To je názov piesne, s ktorou prichádza Karol Konárik.
Oh sa sem, vrznú kľúče vrán. V srdci mám len púr, v spánkoch cítim chlad. Lúčim sa s ňou, s tou, ktorú mám rád. Veď stovky dní, celý zástup liek, teplo jej úst pil som ako liek. Bola snáď len tieň, čo mi svietil tmou, v dobrom i zlom, láskou jedinou. Dve kvapky slz, tuhé ako srien, dve slová zlé, zniejú v prázdne stien. Dnes už ťažko riecť, kto nám skrížil plán. Láska chce dvoch, a ja som zostal sám. Odišla, vonku zvonili električky, hľadil som za ňou otvoreným oblokom. Zvuk jej krokov som počul dlho, veľmi dlho, až kým sa nepomiešal s hlasmi nového dňa, ktorý čakal aj na mňa. Keď príde deň s chvíľou lúčenia, skončí sa sem, vrznú kľúče brán. V srdci mám len púr, v spánkoch cítim chlad. Lúčim sa s ňou, s tou, ktorú mám rád. V srdci mám len púšť, v spánkoch cítim chlad. Lúčim sa s tou, ktorú mám rád.